Now, the economy. The RBA has given the government some hope that there could be a rate cut before the election. The summer will be crucial to determine, but it's interesting, there's not a lot that happens over the summer domestically for them to say, well, in February we're going to go boom. There could be some variables coming out of other parts of the world, but last week you said there's no chance of a rate cut before the next election. Are you wobbling?
Well, I was wobbling on Tuesday when the Reserve Bank held out a glimmer only, and it's reading of the tea leaves on Tuesday. But by Thursday, with unemployment announced at 3.9%, an immediate interest rate cut's been abandoned. So you won't get an interest rate cut in February.
Mums and dads are desperate for it, aren't they?
Oh,
they are so desperate for it.
4.25%. Of course, people need relief. There'll be new inflation figures around for the February meeting. I don't think there'll be an interest rate cut in February. Could be March, April. Probably comes too late to help the Albanese government. Better than not having it, but I don't think it's an election turner.
The Peter McGauran crystal ball does work well. You declared the US election very early, much earlier than most. Who's going to win the Australian election?
Can I reserve finality on that for a few more weeks or months, Tim? Because it's so close. It's very close. And that in itself is a story that Peter Dutton and the coalition are so competitive.
But we are campaigning now, aren't we?
Campaigning. He's got the primary vote of the coalition up to 40%. That puts him within reach of the 43%, if you like. Labor's primary vote is disastrous at 29-30%. Dutton's outranking Albanese on a whole number of key characteristics: strength, command of the economy, foreign policy, national security. So the tailwinds are in Dutton's sails, but he's basically at Camp 3 of Mount Everest, and the summit is a long way off because it takes 21 seats.
Okay, well, that's a nice analogy. Climbing Everest. I will see you next week.